Hey guys, it's Aislinn, and in today's video, we're going to be cutting my hair. So I've been wearing extensions for a very long time. It's getting into the very warm months where I want to swim and just enjoy my life. So I don't want to wear extensions anymore. However, I cannot wear my natural hair because it is so effed up. So we're going to give myself a haircut today. And honestly, I still have no idea what I'm doing or what kind of haircut I'm going to give myself. And my son is here to help me cut my hair today and intro my video. Here he is. My big baby. So let's go ahead and take down my hair and examine it, and I will show you guys exactly what the issues I'm having is. All right, here is what my hair looks like just air dried out of the shower. Because my roots are growing in, my curl pattern is becoming more strong because obviously my hair is getting way more healthy. My hair is so thick at the base. Like when I grab my hair like this, it is so thick in this area, and then my ends are so thin. So that's one issue I'm having. My wave pattern is kicking my hair out all over the place. The whole back of my head is basically like layered breakage, and then the front areas, both sides are different. So this side is a lot more full. As you guys can see, it's like full. There's not as much breakage or layering. You guys can see the breakage sticking out back here versus up here, I have none. So I want to connect the back to the front. This side, however, is having breakage. You guys can see it's a lot thinner down here. It's having a lot more breakage up on this side. So these two sides don't match. The back is all different layers. So I'm gonna try and make it look a little bit more uniform, all one haircut. How I'm gonna do that, I'm not sure, but I figured we can just start cutting and then we'll see where we go. I did do a haircut a couple years ago and it was like a manic haircut. I just was like chopping. I was so over everything and I wound up looking like Keith Urban, but honestly it was kind of cute. So I think I might have to go for something like that again just because of the amount of breakage I have. So let me do a good 360 of my hair and show you guys exactly what the back looks like. Again, here is this side, no breakage. It's all one length. It's pretty thick at the bottom. Like I actually have like a little chunk here. Here's the back of my hair. You guys can see, I will turn around. You guys can see my wave pattern already. When my hair is straight, it's not as noticeable. All the breakage, it kind of blends in because it's all one color. Here's this side, a lot of breakage down here. We have some breakage happening up here on the side. And then here is the back of my hair. So we have a lot of different like layers and breakage. Honestly, I don't mind it. Like, it's not horrible. I've had my hair like this several times before, so it's something I'm very familiar with, and I honestly don't think it looks that bad. I just need to cut my hair to match the back, and then it will blend and look a little bit more intentional, instead of looking like breakage in the back and then long in the front. Also, the length is something I'm deciding if we should cut any length off or not. Let me show you. So this is how long it is right now. I feel like I could definitely get rid of some of that length back there. But again, that's up in the air. It's not as solid yet. So let's go ahead and section off my hair, and we're gonna start with the front areas. We're gonna start cutting that. I think I'm gonna do some face framing bangs because these front two pieces definitely have some breakage. They're pretty thin. So let's start there, and then we will just chop from there. I just want to be free. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's summertime. I used to wear extensions all the time, but I'm at a point in my life where like, I just want to be free. I don't want a bunch of extensions in my hair or just a bunch of stuff at my scalp. I just want to live my best life, let my roots grow out, and just, you know, I'd rather have a short choppy haircut and not have extensions and things in my hair and be able to like go swimming and just have a good time rather than having extensions I have to worry about, and then blow drying takes forever and you have to wash them a certain way, and it's just like it's too much for me at the ripe age of 30. So we're about to chop the out of this hair. The only reason I'm a little bummed to cut my hair is because I have 2 weddings this fall, and I was hoping that I would be able to like grow out this part of my hair so that way my super long extensions would be able to blend, so I could at least just wear the extensions for the wedding. Like I have really long 22-inch extensions, and I never get to wear them because they have a root like this. I bought them many years ago when I was growing out my roots the first time. So I really haven't been able to wear them since I bleached my roots because they have that root on them. So I was like, it'll be perfect. I'll be able to wear them for the wedding. But now that I'm chopping my hair and we're gonna have a lot of layers, it's really, really hard to blend in extensions to blunt, choppy hair. So we'll see what it looks like by fall, but I'm pretty sure I won't be able to blend in my hair with the extensions, but that's okay. I'm nervous. I'm nervous. Once I cut this, I will no longer be able to blend in extensions. So we're gonna be natural, baby, but that's okay. All right, let's go ahead and cut this. I'm gonna go longer first, so I'm gonna start by chopping off all of this, which is still quite a bit of hair. Okay, let's move these to the side and see what that looks like. Okay, Yay! Look how much thicker those look already. Oh, those look so much better. Okay, I think I might base the layers and the cut off of this length right here because I am happy with those. We can do some face framing. If I want to go a little bit shorter, I can, but I definitely want to be conservative with the length. So that way I can at least maybe grow them out a little bit before the wedding. Now the main issue is blending in this breakage back here. Look at that, you guys. It's like half my natural, half bleach. So I'm gonna try and blend in this top piece with these longer pieces that have no layers. There's a huge disconnect here, so we're gonna try and mend that disconnect. I'm gonna start over directing all of this hair forward, and I'm going to cut where those bangs were. So let's go ahead and chop where those bangs were, and then again, we can always cut more if we want to. I'm gonna do the same thing with this side, but I'm just gonna bring everything forward, and then where those bangs were, choop, chop off. I mean, it is still quite a few long pieces I'm chopping off here. Okay, I brought all of that forward. So now we should start seeing a little bit more layering. I didn't take that much off of the back area, so we're definitely gonna have to chop in a little bit more on a lot of places. I'm gonna use this back area here as my guide of how long I want the front layers to be. So I'm just gonna go ahead and take this area right here. Using that back as a guide, I'm actually just gonna slither forward like this to try and like blend the two layers without taking off a bunch of length. Okay, yes, we're already starting to see some more layers on that side, which match this side a little bit more. So I'm gonna do the same thing with this side. Yay, more hair. This side's looking way more like this side, which is awesome. If I can get away with not doing as much like choppiness, I would rather do that. Let's go ahead and cut some face framing bangs. Honestly, I'd rather take length than add choppiness because when you really give yourself texturized hair, it takes a long time for that to grow out. And I know the back of my hair is really texturized, but I don't want to texturize areas that I don't absolutely have to. So let's go ahead and slither in these pieces right here. Take off all that. There's some more. That looks a lot better. Now we have like a really nice angle there. And then I'm gonna continue that angle all the way down here. You guys can see there's like a step right there. So I'm just gonna continue that angle down. So now we have an angle, and I'm gonna do that to the side too. All right, let's go ahead and add some more layers and let's see what that does before I just start like really, whacking her. I'm just gonna grab this. I would like to grab a little bit of the back too so I can see where that breakage is back there. Try and blend it. I don't want to cut the sides as short as the breakage in the back because look at that difference. The breakage here versus here. But I am going to try to just cut some of that off. Maybe like all of that there to connect it a little bit more. It's not as short as the breakage in the back, but at least now I'll have some layers here. See, now like this area can start blending in with this area. Don't want to cut the front as short as the back, but tapering it so that way it blends a little bit more and it's not just like a stark long layers in the front and short in the back. I'm gonna take some more sectioning again. So now I'm just adding those layers in there, combing this up, and I am cutting some of this length off up here. And then I will go in and point cut and texturize it just to shatter those layers a little bit because the back layers are pretty shattered. Then when I lay it down, you see all the different layering I have and it will blend a little bit better with the back. I definitely don't want to layer the front, like the bang area. So let's keep that out. That looks pretty good. This is the side that needs more of that layering. I feel like that looks so much better. I also might take some of this length off. You guys see all that texture now over here? It has all of this texture. It's also going to activate my curl pattern a little bit more. Oh, hell yeah. Let's go ahead and fix this side because as you can see, this side has all this piecey texturized movement and this side's like flat. I also didn't want to cut it like super choppy because I do have these face framing pieces and I feel like if this was blonde and the rest had roots, it wouldn't look as good with this type of hairstyle. So I'm glad I didn't have to take as much. Trying to bend down so y'all can see. Take off all of that. Pretty much just doing the same thing over and over again. Just want to add some layers. I'm getting ready to dye my hair a different color, and I really wanted to have texture and layers for the hair color and the technique that I'm doing. I just stuttered, but that's okay. Adding all this texture is going to make my next color look way better. Okay, yes! Now I'm going to take this whole top section. I'm going to comb it all up and see if it's even. Maybe do some more point cutting. It's so freaking thick. It's ridiculous. Chopperoni in that. This is actually looking pretty decent. I'm just going to chop a little bit and slither like that to kind of blend this area to this area. I don't want to chop off chunks or anything, but I do want to make sure that the back is starting to blend in with the front. So I'm just going to take this top area here. Yeah, and I'm just going to point cut some of that so that way it's more at a slope. As long as everything's at like an angle and there's not like a short piece and a long piece, it will blend way better than what it was before. I'm not looking for perfection, but I am looking for a little bit more of a cohesive style. I think adding a bunch of layers to that is definitely the way to do it. Okay, I do want to texturize this front area just a little bit more, because I feel like it's a little heavy, like me. I'm gonna go in with my thinning shears. I'm just going to thin out the ends a little bit. And I also might cut the face frame a little bit more. Right here I feel like it's a little shelfy, so I might just taper this down a hair. Let's go ahead and taper it down just a little bit more. Like 1/2 inch will make more of a incline there so it doesn't look so stark. I'm just gonna shatter these ends right here. I say we blow dry it and kind of see how it feels. And then if we want to go in and take more, we can. Or if we want to take some length, we can. I honestly don't want to take the length because it's a shaggier haircut now. I think having a little bit of length looks better than like chopping it to a bob. Then it doesn't like give the same shaggy shape as if you leave a little bit of length. So let's go ahead and blow out my hair and we're gonna see what it looks like, and then I can do some finishing touches. All right, we are back after blow drying it and it looks so much better. Like when I turn to the side, you guys can see it looks like a uniform haircut now. All of the layers just like fall together from the front to the back. They're all connected. There is no longer a disconnect. Everything flows really well together. The only thing I'm thinking about doing is taking a little bit of length. I think that might help the back blend in with the front even more, because the back bottom right here is kind of bare and the front is a little bit longer. So I'm considering taking just a little bit off of the back and the front. Not a lot, but maybe just like that much. I think it would help it be a little bit more full. Let me turn around and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Okay, so here's the back. So you guys can see the front and the back now blend together beautifully. It looks like a cohesive haircut. But when I put all my hair in the back, I feel like maybe it's just me. I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't take any. But I feel like if I just took a little bit off of the ends, I think it would make everything blend even better and make it look even more cohesive. And I think I'm going to do it. I'm not going to use a mirror or anything. I'm literally just going to comb my hair down back there. Let's just cut off like this much. Like 1/2 inch to 1 inch. I think that will make quite the difference. Look, it already looks way thicker. I don't want to take a lot of length, like I said, because I do think that having a little bit of length at the bottom makes it look a little bit more shaggy. Just cut some of the sides here. Length was never really my main concern. It was mostly the texturing and the layering. Still have some length there, but it just looks fuller and thicker, and also having it a little bit shorter will help it blend with the back layers a little bit more. One of my biggest pet peeves is little hairs like this. They get everywhere. They'll stab you throughout the day. You have to take a shower afterwards or else they'll stab you for the rest of your life. Let me turn back around and we'll see what that looks like. I can always take off a little bit more too. I do have some wiggle room, so let's see. It's just so hard because my curl pattern really kicks out this bottom area here. That looks thicker and it looks better. And then in like a few months, end of summer, all of this will grow out more. Like all of these layers up here will have grown out, and then I can just give myself a bob. Like I can chop all of this off down here, and those layers will be met up there. But now I can also still put it in a ponytail. I don't want to chop off that bottom. I know it's so tempting though, isn't it? Just to like, but I don't think the haircut will look as good if I chop it short. Okay, there is the finished haircut. I think we did good. I feel like I compromised in the middle ground. I didn't chop it all the way off like I've done in the past, and I didn't just leave it scraggly. It's a nice in between. It's not too drastic and it's not too unnoticeable. Really did help to blend everything together. I love it so much more now. All right, here is my new haircut. Thank you guys for coming along the journey of cutting my hair again. It was way past due. I really needed a haircut and my hair is feeling so thick. It's crazy because when you look at it, it looks so thin because my ends are thin. But like up here, if you grab a handful of hair up here, the amount of hair I have is ridiculous. It's just so thick up at the root area. Like all of this back here is just like, it feels like a horse's tail. It's so thick, but it still looks thin, which I think is pretty funny and interesting, but one day it'll all be extremely thick. Anyway, that's all for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to check out my Instagram. The link to that is in the description down below. I post way more of my everyday life on there. Give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. I love you guys so much, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.